Here since week 1 of Drag Master. Okay, so we have a few people. Okay. Who is here for the first time ever? For the first time ever to a Drag Master or to District West?
Put my hand up.
To Drag... What? We have some drag virgins in the house! You know what that means, right? No, well of course you don't because you've never been to a drag show. Do y'all know what that means?
Lap dance!
Oh yes, well not yet, not yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick on you all night because it is your first drag show and what a better experience than to just pick on you, right? To have a drag queen pick on you. What are your names? Venus and August. Ooh, okay, come on Venus. I'm to you, Venus. Isn't that a Lady Gaga song? Yes. Okay, well, so what brings you out tonight? Other than it's a drag show.
Yeah, we should here.
Oh my gosh! And they're new to Columbus! Yes! At the count of 3, everyone say, welcome to Columbus! 1, 2, 3!
Welcome to Columbus!
See, this is what we do with our virgins here. Only type of virgins we sacrifice. I think we're ready for a student runway, are we not? Are we ready? Yes, we are. Okie dokie, let's do it. So, before we get this reunion started, I'm gonna have all of our students come out. And they're gonna give us just their reunion runway looks, yes? Okay. So DJ, Disaster Cat. Bringing out class 2 of the Drag Master, we have Mokea! We have Vintage Blue! Oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh, she coming. So, how we doing, students? Yeah, man. Yeah, you're here. I'm gonna get represented. Everybody got their tea. Oh, you got a Delta 8, so you become all night. Perfect. Let me get these microphones for ya. AJ, we can get the microphones for the students, please. I know. You ready for a reunion? Okay. So, I'm gonna sit here and Wendy Williams. How you doing? I have both views. I have this view. I have this view. None. My view's better, bitch. Center one. Just center. Center. Dead center. So, the way that this is going to run is that I'm going to talk to each of these students. And we're just going to spill the tea. We're going to spill the tea. We're going to talk shit. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to not fight. We're not going to... this is not Bad Girls Club, bitch. I mean, it could be Bad Girls Club, but it's not. going
Bad girl.
Okay, so let's start off. Let's start off with Mo Chaos, our first eliminated of the season. Everyone give it up for Mo Chaos. Turn it on. It should be on.
Flip the switch, goddammit, shit!
It's nice to have a man to help.
Is that one working? Okay. So, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. How are you, Hiliana?
Bitch, I'm sweaty. I'm tired. I'm short. Hey, AJ. Okay, so Mokeas, overall, how was your experience on Drag Master?
Well, I would have liked to stay longer, but I didn't have like all of my drags. So I was only here for 3 weeks. Like I want to say, like I actually learned a lot about myself and like how to push myself to go even further than like what I've been doing thus far.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that you didn't have some of your things. So how about you explain over to the crowd exactly what happened, because this really impacted one of your weeks. So.
Yeah, so what happened was the Greyhound, and I will never take Greyhound again in my life. So basically, I was on my way back from Chicago, and when we got to Kentucky, I asked the driver, hey, is it okay if we get food really quickly? He was like, yeah, because there was a White House across the street. So I went across the street for like 5 minutes and came back, and the bus was gone with all my stuff on it. Wow. And then they charged me a ticket to get another ticket for a ticket back home. And that ended up costing me like my breastplate, my head pad.
So your essentials.
Yes, like basically your essentials for being in drag.
Okay, well, I mean,
So,
and that happened week 2.
Yeah.
So, and that happened week 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was during the Showgirls Challenge. So, I mean, you still showed up, you persevered. So that's one good thing, is that you really showed up even after everything that happened. You said, you know what, I'm determined. And
I was angry. I was like, I'm not going home this on week 2. So I like showed up and showed out.
exactly, you showed up and showed out whether your shit was stolen or not. Now, with Drag Master, we had a lot of twists and turns, as y'all can know, as you can tell. Well, just a few twists and turns, Now, the topic of being brought back was pretty prevalent because we did bring someone back. What were your thoughts on that, Mo?
Mariana, I love you. Like, you know this, I love you a lot. My thoughts on it were, like, I felt like we all should have had the equal opportunity to, like, lip sync our way back or have, like, a fan or, like, people vote to come back. Not just have it be up to one person and be like, okay, this person comes back and not give the others a fair chance.
Okay.
So that was just my thoughts.
Okay, definitely. I mean, so just for the crowd, just so y'all know, we originally had 12 students, and right before the show started, one of the students decided to drop out for personal reasons. Shit happens. So our way to mitigate having a fair chance, a fair amount of students on each team for each coach, we asked the coaches, what would you suggest to, resolve this issue, as one team will be short one person. So we all agreed on, whenever it was at the midpoint of the competition, to go ahead and give Hunty, as she was the one that had the shortage on her team, the option to select anyone. And if Hunty is in the building... Oh! Hi, Hunty! Do you want to elaborate a little bit on your choice?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, Mariana was in my team. I chose her for a reason. So, what other reason do I have, or do I need to have, to bring her back if she was eliminated?
Okay. Perfect.
She was first out, so.
Okay. Now, so
She said.
we did. Anybody want to add on to that over
She
here?
said so. That's why.
Cause she said so. Okay. I mean, pretty much, cause she said so. Yeah.
Also, like, she only had a chance to bring her girl back. She only had one eliminated girl, so there was only one option to bring back. Like,
Well, she. Okay. Yep. Definitely. I mean, there's no arguing there. There's no arguing there. Now. Now, moving on, Mo Chaos, with what the crowd sees in front of the stage cannot be the case behind stage. How was your experience behind stage with all of the students in this season? No instigating.
We weren't even standing towards each other, like when I was back there at least. Backstage, like we were all like very helpful with each other. I didn't really see like much that was going on. Like I was only here for like 3 weeks, so I didn't see much that was going on.
Well, that's good.
On backstage, but I think it was week 1 or 2. I heard that people were in the hotel pretty hard.
Okay.
I don't know who it was, but
Why were they looking for a hotel?
because they felt like she should have been in the house that she got saved.
Oh. So, you could give the microphone over to hotel. So, is it on? Is it bitch recording? Is it on? Is it on? So, Mo said that there was some talk about you getting a hard time from the other contestants for being in the bottom and being safe.
I don't think it was really so much just for me being in the bottom. I actually don't know what the hell it was, but you know, maybe the girls expected a little bit more out of me. You know, maybe like the first, challenge week, and I guess by me not, showing exactly what I'm capable of, they probably were just like, oh, bitch, ain't no way she should have been saved, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe the girls like Mariana a little bit more, I don't know, but...
Well, do y'all?
Oh my goodness. Now, okay, so at least we know that it hasn't impacted you, right? I mean, it didn't give you a light, kind of like a fire.
To be honest, it kind of did, like, oh, I almost forgot it was a competition because first week felt so good. Like, first week felt like, oh shit, this what we doing? But then it was like second week when it was the actual challenge, the claws started to come out.
Okay.
And maybe I thought some of the girls were nicer than what they actually played.
Ooh. Oh no, don't worry, we're gonna get to all the tea. Don't worry. Don't worry. So okay.
So, about like immunity, and that caused a lot of stress throughout the season, and especially like when you were posturing, like maybe some people felt that Mariana should have been saved over you. Especially from hearing about that challenge, and Vegas was kind of a shit show because a lot of people showed up without fully done concepts. Ariana had, like, from my knowledge, done the most work on that project and then had to lip sync because of it. Like,
what word?
You can have that.
If we want to be specific, I did the mix. Joshua did the outfits. We tried to come together to do the choreography the best we could. Time wasn't on our side. And my dunce cap just fell off because I'm a dunce. But it was, I did what I knew I was good, could do. Joshua did the choreography, slapped the outfit together, and we pulled the best we could as a team. What happened, happened. That was week 2. I came back, fuck you bitches.
And you heard it here.
I said this, I wasn't trying to be shady, girl. We really did try to come together. But the thing is, when we on stage, Joshua was the only one on time. Joshua was the only one looking pretty. Joshua was the only one that was on time. So if anybody should have been safe, it should have been this bad bitch right here.
Okay, yes.
That challenge frustrated me so much simply because when the critiques were given to the group that won, they were said, oh, we just threw it last minute and it was just done and then they won. I feel like the group that prepared the most, we got together, did choreo, our outfits were sickening. We didn't get the credit that we deserved simply because we worked our ass off for that week and I don't think that shows. So when we were safe, it pissed me off. I'm just gonna say that.
Maelstrom, you wanna go?
Yeah.
That is loud as shit.
Kind of to volley off of Bray for that one. When we were coming up with that concept, I feel like we were the only group with a through line, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
A story.
Well, yeah, and everything. Again, no shade. It just felt like a Saturday night number with 3 parts or 4 parts. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh, you wanna go? Or you want me to
All
go?
TL shade. That's the same week that people got red for not knowing their words in the lip sync, and the winner of that challenge did not know the words in their mix. Go watch the video! Go watch the video!
I really think, what I think it is, like, our remastered chat team, it was Mo, me, Leota, Sage, you know, we had a lot of challenges. We have a lot of strong leadership skills, and we are all bringing ideas to the table and literally brainstorming to the last minute, just so we could make sure that we were thinking outside of the box and not thinking of like, okay, well, we're all just gonna do one frickin' thing on stage. We wanted to really showcase what each person can bring to the table and what we can all come together and do. Yeah, we didn't practice. We didn't.
I was in Chicago.
Yeah, this one was in Chicago. I was at home having seizures.
I live an hour and a half.
That one's an hour and a half further away, and I don't know where the hell Sage is at, but I'm also gonna say that too. But we
Say that.
but even though we didn't put in the time that everybody else did, I think we still deserve that win. We still came together as a group on stage and still tried to showcase and do what we needed to fucking do, and still got to showcase what each individual artist can bring to this community and to Dragmaster itself.
Very well said, very well said. Thank you so much for sharing. So, you did mention...
I have one more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then we're going to wrap up this topic and then go on to the
Right,
next
for
one.
the girl group challenge, Brandon, I actually do agree with you. I felt like your team worked the hardest and had the most concept. For me personally, it's not the girl my team did was, but I felt like your team should have won. Because, like, to be honest, you had Showgirl and the whole concept.
Okay.
So that's just my perspective. Like, I feel like I showed up with the pedestrian, so like our team worked very hard, but like Team Maya, like Brandon said, they had a concept, they worked really hard, and they all like matched and had to show them.
For sure. And I mean, those are definitely valid opinions. Now, just to address it for everyone in the room regarding wins or losses for the challenges, there was/is a point system in place so we can try to stay as fair as possible. So whether you believe that you should have won, whether you believe someone else should have won, point is the judges decided what the scores were, and that is what was tabulated, and that's how a decision was made. So that way everyone has that as a consensus. Now, with that being said, we can go over to vintage. Yes, vintage! Looking mighty handsome.
Thank you.
I see those clips that you have on your collars. That's kind of like your take on a bow tie.
Yeah, that was my birthday gift from Jamie.
Oh my, that's so beautiful. I want one. That is so cute. Oh, not yet. You wait your turn. Wait your turn. Okay, so vintage. Being that you were the only king in the competition, how did you feel representing the kings out there?
I think I did pretty well at trying to adapt.
Yes.
I love you, Jamie. Just trying to adapt to like being with all of these amazing artists in this community. I feel like I really represented the Kings well, really adapting to the challenges, you know, trying to be everybody's friend, not trying to make a lot of chaos. She didn't even see me do it. But yeah.
I love that. Now, what were some of your ups in the competition?
I really liked like the first week. It really made me think. Like, what is like vintage blue? What's the style? What is vintage? What does vintage blue stand for? And like, what can like my aspect of the community be? So like that challenge was actually by far the hardest for me. Out of all these challenges, I lasted till week 4. But that was definitely the hardest for me.
Okay. Now, since you were talking about your hardest, now, no pun intended. I know, I heard a little chuckle there about your hardest. Sorry. I heard it, and I was like, you know what, somebody laughed. At least somebody did. Now, what were some of your downs in the competition?
So, as most of the entertainers know, I do suffer from seizures, and it was definitely hard for me. I came out here, performed, and then as soon as I hit backstage, I had to strip everything off and get outside quick before I dropped. I'd have 3 to 4 seizures outside, get my shit together, and come right back in and fucking get ready for runway.
And I commend you on doing that. And just so everyone knows, before the season started, Vintage approached me and said, hey, I do have seizures from time to time, depending on the situation. Do we have a plan set in place for whenever this would happen? And I just want to say thank you for even bringing that up, because that made me be proactive and work with you on getting a plan together, which we did. And so thank you. Thank you for being very upfront. Now, one last question for you specifically. Ooh, dun, dun, dun,
I didn't like that.
No, don't worry.
I want that backstage question. That's what I want.
Okay.
Can you add that one?
So, yeah, I can definitely add that one in for you. How was... Listen, so, since you want to answer that question, how was your experience backstage with all of the students this season?
I feel like I have more asthma problems now because of all that fucking hairspray. There was so many fake boobs on the floor, so many freaking heels.
Hairspray too. What the fuck you mean?
Girl, I was on the end for a reason. Shut the fuck up. So they literally had me at the corner, like right by the DJ booth. That was my space. I literally, like, looking down the line at these stations, like there was so many fake boobs everywhere. It was crazy. I felt like I was at a nude bar. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's out. But like you look at my station, it's like very proper. I have the cologne right here. I have my belt all wound up, and I have my fucking packer right in the middle. You know? But yeah, it was a neat experience back there.
I was gonna ask, since you were the only king, I mean, you got to be back there with all of the drag queens and entertainers that are just doing everything, that are just separate from what king drag would be.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting to hear that your takeaway was all of the fake boobs.
Yeah. I mean, I have real boobs. I have double V's. So it's just very different. Like being booked in a show or being a hotspot in a show or cameo, like, you know what I mean? You get to be with entertainers, but then to like get to see entertainers that you don't even like you didn't really hear a lot about in the community, and then get to be like upfront and personal with them and like really get to know them more on a personal level and out of drag. Like, I will never forget that the whole time I was here.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Vintage. On to Trouble.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What do you want to ask? This is loud. Ooh.
No, you just talk.
Right, I was gonna say, you tend to have a little bit of a louder projection, which is not a bad thing. That just means that you are good at hosting and knowing how to project your voice.
Could you tell I used to get in trouble for talking too much?
Yes, very much so. So, Lotta, first of all, you look great.
I know. Thank you.
So, tell me about this look. What's the inspiration behind it?
I'm graduating one way or another, bitch. I'll do one-on-one with a teacher in the back room. What do you need? She's a whore and she's getting a degree.
Yes! Okay, we love that. Now, let's start off easy.
I love
Let's start off easy. How was your experience with Drag Master?
Fine. Now,
So, moving on.
no, it was fun, I guess. It was nice. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've started like making shit. I have like found some of my weaknesses, things I want to work on. I have pushed I was like, oh, I know who Lotta is, and then did this, and I was like, oh, that's boring. That needs to be bigger. So we're stepping into just being like a funny, slutty rocker bitch, and that's kind of who Lotta is. Yes, ma'am.
Now, you did mention something regarding the immunity. So, what is your take on the format of Drag Master?
Immunity is dumb. Get rid of it.
Okay.
If you're not here to compete and you're falling in the bottom, that puts you at risk to be eliminated, and that's just how it is. 2, this is about growth. So if you're falling in the bottom regularly, you're not growing. So why are you here? Also, no format changes with changing the entire judging staff for 1 week. That's bullshit. Y'all got me out with that shit.
Okay. Now, talking about getting you out.
Do you want to take me out? It's already happened once. It's gonna be harder this time.
Oh, don't worry, I don't need to take you out. You already are out. So,
Round two.
lip sync battle.
Oh, let's go. Me versus Saline.
So,
I love you, Saline.
out of this, it's okay.
You didn't win. You survived.
Okay, so I actually won 3 lip syncs and Lotta lost 3. So
Nobody won fashion.
You mentioned backstage for half a season. How was the atmosphere for you as a contestant backstage?
Everyone was pretty nice. I mean, it was chill and stuff and all that. I was just annoyed from the fact of looking at this as a competition and a place to grow. I just didn't feel like a lot of people were taking it seriously.
Understandable. And that is very respectful. I respect that. Now, I have a very important question for you.
No, I don't have chlamydia anymore.
Thank the Lord. So, it has been a controversy whether you are the trade of the season or not.
I am. It's me and Saline. Check my boy Insta, Borders Nathan.
So you are...
Saline, we could join forces. Come here, sit on my lap.
you can take me out to dinner before you get my ID card, Lotta.
Now, do I see some flirting on stage?
Drag Master of Love, coming soon.
We already have a few contestants for Drag Master of Love. And that includes Lotta Motion as well, right? Yeah.
A professional.
Now, Lotta Motion. As you know, this competition is kind of a mix of The Voice and Drag Race, where you have coaches and so on. How is your relationship with your coach, Maya?
I could not ask for a better friend and a better companion to help me in this competition. I lucked out by her seeing something in me and putting me on her team. I couldn't ask for more from her.
Also, I want to touch on the fact that you gained a drag mom from this competition,
I
right?
did. After you eliminated me. Mary Jane!
George took me for you at Drag Master. You're welcome.
She saw something in me, girl. Beyonce didn't.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. And now, moving on to Braylon Dolly. First of all, you are gorgeous. Isn't she gorgeous, everyone? Let me see this dress, bitch. Well, you don't have to get up. You don't have to get up, don't worry. But bitch, it looks like, and you made this, right? Bitch.
I'm learning.
Bitch, that looks sickening. So good job on that. Now Braylon, you are so pretty.
I wish I could say the same about you.
Let me go off script then. So, not only are you a beautiful face, but you really show your emotions on that face too. One of the biggest controversial things on the season was your face during the lip sync. Yeah, during the lip sync battle, So for everyone that was not here during the lip sync battle, Braylon and Leota were lip syncing against each other, and Leota won. And Braylon was visibly pretty upset about it. Do you wanna? No screenshot. Listen, I'm gonna have to fire our admin because they did not get my notes about having replays of videos and pictures to just show the receipts. But
What admin?
you know what? So, Braylon, what was going through your mind at that very moment?
I'm just gonna get serious. So, I was raised in a very strict Christian household. Okay, so my whole life I've had this perfectionist about me that like I have to be 100 at all times. I think that's just instilled into me as an adult. So when I lost that lip sync, I take things very personal, and I know that, and I can admit that. It was something that I felt very confident going in, and so in that moment when I felt like I didn't win, I was so defeated. I think I took it very hard, and it was something that I practiced and knew that like coming in, I was like, oh, I got this, it's fine. And I'm not a dancer, everybody fucking knows that. No. So like ballads are something that I do rarely, so like I just felt like, damn, I sold that song, and then you know there was mixed opinions, people telling me you should have won, whatever, but I think I really just took it personal because I went in thinking like I honestly thought I was going to win that, but that's probably where it comes from.
Okay. And you know what? I told you this. I have the same problem where I tend to express a lot of things on my face and I have no control over it because I don't realize I'm fucking doing it. You know, like there's times where someone is just saying something and looking at me and I'm just like...
RBF is real, honestly.
It's very real, especially when, like if I'm not on stage or if I'm not entertaining people in general, I know that my face is either in resting bitch face mode 24/7 or it's just in like smile. So I feel that.
And I felt like the entire time I've just been safe and like coasting along. So it was like one of those challenges where I'm like, I'm gonna win this. And it didn't happen like I expected it. But
shit happens.
definitely.
Listen, shit happens. So what were some, like we spoke about the moment now, in that same night, you redeemed yourself by doing a dancey song.
It was kind of like that.
Listen. Well, because you just said that you're not a dancer, and just to be clear, you don't have to be a dancer to be entertaining. Okay? You don't have to be a dancer to be entertaining whatsoever. Now, You won the second lip sync of that week, which was No Seas Cortez by Britney Spears. How did it feel twirling to all of that?
It's not a twirl.
'Cause, first of all, you're tall. You're like 8 feet tall.
Was it a twirl?
It was a twirl, honey!
It was a twirl. Take it as a twirl, man. It was a twirl.
It was a rotation.
You should be very proud of yourself for that lip sync.
I am. I was so emotional, and I'm like, bitch, there is no fucking way, no offense, that you're gonna beat me in this. So I just did it. Period.
Love it. Yeah. Everything okay? Oh. Okay. We're good. So let's go ahead and move on, Braylon. Backstage, how was your experience with the rest of the cast? You know, we had people just seeing boobs everywhere. We had people just be like, you know what? I saw people not doing shit. We had people just like, oh, it was a great experience. So what was your experience?
Well, I have one thing to say. My titties were real.
Yeah.
I think that everyone here is an amazing entertainer, and I think that our emotions were very high. Whatever was said, regardless of the situation, I think that we had a lot to say during the moment, but that doesn't make me feel any type of way about you personally. So even if I felt one week that, damn, you did not do your best, and maybe I read you, or you took it very personal, I didn't mean it. So I'm going to apologize if I did say something that offended anybody, because I agree.
Were you the Regina George of the season? Is that what's going on? Who has been impacted by Braylon? Raise your hand.
Well, I'm not getting that $200. I think it was fine. I think we really did support each other regardless of the challenge. I helped as many girls as I could with whatever they needed, and I really was a friend, I feel like, more than just like a competitor. And I felt like that probably got in the way of me focusing on a competition, is because I wanted to be supportive of everybody going in and was more willing to help everyone else versus what I would do for my own self. So.
Okay. Word. Now, similar to Lada, you had a lot of opinions about your elimination, Braylon. Yeah. So, do you think you were wrong?
Oh, 1000%. My thing is, I think sometimes the judging is very inconsistent, because when I would have half the judges panel come up to me and says, oh, your Paris was iconic, you shouldn't have went home, there was somebody that was less funnier than you, I felt some type of way, and I'm sorry, Josh, I love you, but I do think you should have been at the bottom. You had 2 lines and you were mad funny, and that was it. And I thought that that bitch was going to be the one going home, and then I got sent home. It was frustrating. And I actually did a celebrity. She did a make-believe character.
Santa is real, goddammit!
Don't ruin it for me and my kids. Santa is, yes, I have furry children. They get Christmas presents.
They don't know shit.
Yeah, they do. My cats know that Santa is real.
And the crowd was laughing, so I felt like I was funny. So
Okay.
it was whatever. But.
Well, one thing that I will say, Braylon, since the beginning of the competition, you have improved and grown every single week. Not only surprised yourself, but surprised us and everyone in the audience. So you should be very proud for your run this season.
I've only been doing drag for a very short amount of time, and I never really had the confidence to get on stage before until Drag Master, and I really think that being in this experience has had me grown so much as a person and as an entertainer, and bitch, I can't wait to you see what I have next.
I can't wait to see that. And that's a great segue. Let's move on to...
Can I say a word?
Yeah, of course.
I just want to say to Braylon, when Drag Master Class 1 was happening, we were friends, and I would go over to her house sometimes, we'd hang out, and I remember distinctly her helping Star out. And I remember her literally turning to me and being like, I want to do season 2, help me with my confidence and everything. I didn't help you at all, and you are looking like that. That, truly, I'm not helpful. I'm a narcissist. I was raised by 2. I'm a good gaslighter, and that's about it. But in all seriousness, you have really blossomed into yourself in many ways, on stage and off, and like, good for fucking you, sis. Like, I'm really proud of you.
We had the best team too. Maya is honestly probably the best mentor I've ever had in my life, honestly. So meeting her and getting to know her and having her as our coach, I love you so much. Thank you for everything that you do.
It was so unfortunate that literally the ball was the next challenge and you were gonna eat.
And Stansky was the next challenge for you, girl. I mean, Mark Simpson isn't funny, but you would have found a way.
But did you see Snatch?
I was there.
I'm just gonna say one thing about the ballroom. That shit was a flop. Y'all, as someone who's just learning how to sew, y'all did not know what I was gonna bring, and I'm disappointed that I wasn't here, because I would have fucked y'all bitches up.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in my damn shit.
Y'all all should have went home, to be honest.
Yeah, I was doing for a fear study.
Okay.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, just like Meatloaf said, honey.
At least two, right? So, thank you so much, Braylon. Now, Ariana Grande.
Niggas and non-niggas.
Yes,
I can say that. I'm black.
So, hi.
What up?
How are you doing?
I'm chilling. What's good, bro?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm a woman.
Zanny, stomp it, Zanny.
Not with that pussy that way.
Oh.
I got it from your closet. What you mean? This is the stuff you used to
You're a
wear.
little man, okay?
What's the difference?
Oh, so Braylon got rage with no microphone. Okay, okay. Braylon. So now, Ariana,
What up?
how does it feel to be the first one to win a challenge, the first one to be eliminated, the first one to be brought back, the first one to win 2 challenges, and the first one to be brought back and then eliminated again?
Don't ask me. Y'all live for it, shit.
So
the scorecard said what the scorecard said. I'm here.
there's a sign. There's a sign in the audience that says that Ariana was robbed.
The first time I was. The second time I came up short.
Yeah, you did.
Now, so how did it feel? Like, I know that you said, well, it is what it is, but that's kind of iconic. If you think about it, it's kind of iconic to have so many firsts in one season.
I mean, I didn't make it. Y'all did. So, I mean, hey, I was still competing. I was just competing. Y'all did all the first shits and the first hits and first hit. That was y'all. I just showed up.
So, how was your experience being backstage with all of the contestants this season?
I had this thing about drag dressing rooms. I've been in a decent amount of them in the year that less than a year that I've been doing drag. I hate this dressing room. And it's so narrow. And when you got 10 hoes plus 3 entertainers that are hosting the show, and then the judges coming through with their suitcases, here comes my anxiety-ridden ass sitting here about to have a panic attack looking like a chihuahua shaking in the corner because 6 bitches are saying, excuse me, excuse me. We did? I can't do math, okay? Leave me alone.
I think it was a miracle any of us were already on time, especially at the beginning. That's all I think you're talking about.
Where was, I mean, I was, they said administrative points, so I wasn't about to be late until today.
Secondly, proof that's not true.
So, Variana,
Yo.
how was your relationship with your coach, Hunty?
Me and Hunty have something very, very special. When I first started performing, I went to Thomas, and Hunty seen me on the worst possible night of my fucking life when I fell, wearing boots that I had no business wearing. And it felt very humbling to have Hunty as my coach, because that's somebody who seen me when I first was out there. So to kind of be caught at a middle point of my drag career is where, you know, somebody who's seen me at my first time out, it's very personal.
Well, Hunty.
And also, Hunty picked me first. I was a first round draft pick. Usually, if you know sports, you're the first round draft pick because you sucked the entire season.
Oh my God. So, Variana, what were some of your highlights this season?
So I think probably the Snatch Game. I had the most fun with the Snatch Game.
Yeah, who was here for the Snatch Game? Okay, so y'all saw Ariana Grande as Rachel Dolezal. It was so hilarious.
See, the thing about a character like that, if you don't know black culture, either you're gonna laugh or you're gonna be very uncomfortable. I like to teeter in the middle of uncomfortable.
We like to teeter in the middle of uncomfortable.
Yeah. As much like a Dave Chappelle.
So, now, how was your experience after being eliminated? Because your name was kind of thrown around after your elimination.
What was it, the Dracula challenge when they first asked who was going home? Leona, why did you say my name when you knew good and well I wasn't even here?
I knew it'd get a fucking reaction.
It wasn't the reaction you wanted, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, so like crickets?
You go watch that fucking video. This place exploded.
And laughter at you.
I still beat you in the long run. Again.
By 1 week.
So, okay. So your name was mentioned during the Dragula. Okay.
At least make sure I'm in the audience first. I wasn't even hear that.
I mentioned your name. I just want to clarify this. One, because I love you and I know you can take a joke. Because we go there. I know, but seriously, it's because you asked this question multiple times this year, or at least twice, about who should go home. I hate that question. Because on any night, that changes. The strongest person on night 1 should probably go home the next night because they're going to have the worst night that's imaginable. Yes, Maelstrom.
You didn't answer the question either time either.
Sure didn't, fair. No, I answered the first time. I said hotel.
But I was already gone, so you didn't answer the question. You just beat it around the bush. That's how you get thorns in your dick, Leona. Beating around the bush, you get.
So that was a joke that if you beat around the bush, you can't get pricked by thorns.
I just made that joke up. Clap!
You were absolutely not.
It needs workshop. It's okay.
Those crickets you were talking about.
I know. Don't they sound lovely?
Okay.
I even heard Coquille Frog in the back.
I'm glad that you had a lot of iconic moments.
It was fun being here also while I had the mic. October 8th at Bossy Girls Pinup. I keep saying Pinup. Bossy Girls Pinup Joint!
Pinup.
Bossy Girls Pinup Joint. I will be hosting the second installment of Variana's Bounce House, the show strictly for plus size entertainers.
And a Maya Rose.
So, I think. So please make sure you come out and check out the show. It is going to be a lovely time. And I actually have Maelstrom in this one, so it's going to be great.
Yay! Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that, you know, because we have, we'll touch base on your show, but we have more than one Drag Master contestant who are now hosting their own shows. Yeah, so let's hear some noise for that. So, at this point of the reunion, we're going to take. Do you want to say something? You raised your hand.
I will. You don't have to tell me. My hand's been up since you talked about the who should go home and why thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You return that way. They're more important to me.
True.
Yeah, truly and honestly. But my thing with that question is, it doesn't matter if the question's the question, in my opinion. Like everybody has their highs and lows, but you can answer that question in any way that it's asked. Like, you can say, I just don't like this person, blank. You can say, this person's been really strong, and like, da-da-da-da-da, so, but they failed tonight, so they should go home. You can say, this person sucked all season, they may have had a good night tonight, but they suck. So I hate the non-answer, I really do. Anyway.
Okay, well thank you. For the next part of the reunion! Okay, so I'm gonna take this microphone. Are we ready? Oh, thank you. I am dead, honey. I am dead. So, now that we're back onto the reunion, let's go on to Leota Toombs. Everyone make some noise for Leota Toombs.
That's the most response I've gotten all fucking seasons.
Okay, so Leota.
Yes, so
How was your experience with Draftmaster?
been a lot better if you could do math and I was in the fucking finale.
Listen, so just to explain that joke, apparently I couldn't do math when Leota was eliminated. But I didn't do the math. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, so I'm saved from doing math.
I failed math failed me.
So, how was your experience with Draftmaster?
Overall, it was good in the beginning. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you at all. The closer it got towards the middle and the end, things got a little bit more hectic, I'll say.
Okay. Hectic. Can we have some respect from the audience, s'il vous plaît? We are here doing a reunion show, and we would like for everyone to have a voice on stage, and that requires for attention. So, please provide, well, in other words, shut up! So, Leota.
Yeah.
You have had how many wins now?
2 official.
You had 2 official wins. Why official?
Because I feel I got robbed on 2 more.
Ooh, which ones were you robbed on?
Obviously, I was robbed on Dragula.
Woo! Okay.
And then I feel I was robbed on PSA.
On PSA. Okay. So if you call bullshit, why is that?
Because she didn't win either, that's what you mean. She didn't even win
It looks my look was fucking complete and creative. I used all 1,000. The PSA condoms. Reveals winning.
For the ball challenge, the final part of the ball, literally the prompt is, make an outfit out of unconventional school materials. You made a headpiece out of styrofoam. You didn't have an unconventional outfit. There was no outfit. You wore black clothes with a rock.
At least I was in that challenge, and yes, I was the only one.
You deserve that one. Fuck that hat.
And yes. So, for real, they're feisty. They're feisty. What's going on here, Braylon?
You know I respect you so much. Honestly, your drive is very valid, and I'm so glad that you're actually in the competition. I want you to know that, okay?
I do appreciate that, thank you.
But for one, every week it seemed like if you didn't win at all, you were mad. And I will say for Border Challenge,
you surprised me because I actually thought that would be the challenge that you would have won. But Maelstrom put a whole entire performance on stage. Let's not discredit Maelstrom's win.
Thank you.
It was very out.
With non-legit motherfuckers.
It was iconic.
Okay, so just to comment on that, let's also not discredit what Leota did, because Leota did come up with the whole production. There was a cadaver, there was a lot of things on stage. So
Shut up, I wasn't here that week.
okay. Yeah.
Part of the Dragula challenge was to emulate one of the people you couldn't tell who she was. If she didn't have a video behind her, you would have had no idea what contestant she was doing. There was only like 3 of us you could tell.
Which shows your knowledge of Dragula and how you did my Grand Monster and didn't even hit the nail on the head.
I'm gonna end that because she was the only one with the distinctive look down, honey. When she walked out, you knew exactly who the fuck she was. So for you to discredit her, me, and the judges panel, to me, shows your dedication to
Don't worry, I got more for you, don't worry.
Okay.
So, with that being said, okay. Yeah. That was good, but now we're back. Now we're back onto the reunion, thank you. So Leota, I'm not gonna ask you how Dragmaster was for you backstage. Backstage, can I finish my sentence? Thank you. I'm not going to ask you about the backstage experience yet. So first question for you.
Yes.
How was your... No, I'm just kidding. So, Leota, you had quite an experience with the judges this season. Very much so. So, you had kind of an exchange of words with a couple of our judges this season. First one being Champagne.
Okay, we're done.
Yes. Second one being... Devonairs, okay. So, what is your take on that whole experience, being a contestant receiving critiques from these judges?
Well, you just said it. There's a huge difference between critiques and downright coming for you and ridicule. And it can be done in a professional standpoint. Neither one was done in a professional standpoint.
Okay. You have something to say, Ms. Mariana?
I mean, granted, the critiques were not, may have not hit the nail on the head that you were looking for, but this is just for everybody. You signed up to be critiqued. Whether that critique was polite, harsh, a little bit pointed, may have been disrespectful. Pull that person to the side and have a conversation outside the venue. We don't need to have it. First of all, my feet be hurting so fucking bad. Y'all be wanting to sit on this fucking runway right here and argue with a motherfucking judge. Like, my feet hurt. We don't got time for that. Get to the next bitch. But no, like, have your moment off stage. Talk to that entertainer backstage, because I guarantee when everybody ain't looking, the conversation could be a whole lot more constructive and put together. That's it.
Okay. Braylon, you want to add to that? Well, first let's go to Maelstrom.
The first week I can kind of agree with you with Champagne. The way that was handled was the way it was handled. But for Devin, I would like to know how you thought that was unprofessional in any way, because they brought up a valid concern of microaggressions, which I think he was actually very, very well spoken. He stayed very calm and collected, which is what people feel like they need to do when they bring up things like that. And to call that disrespectful as well, to me, is frankly gross.
Well, there's a side B to that whole criticism that not a lot of people saw that happened on that porch that I really don't want to go into, that happened with that same...
Then don't bring it up. Because that discredits the person that's a professional in this industry. to somebody that's unprofessional when they were speaking up over something that hurt them personally.
Like your racist Liza joke.
My one that I apologized for. You had several. Mine was a direct quote from a movie. It was in poor taste and I apologized for it. Your whole bit was based off of lowbrow humor, which Beetlejuice never had. So, frankly, yeah, I had one bad joke. It landed poorly, I moved right on. I never blamed the audience, I never blamed the judges, and I had private conversations with quite literally every person that may have affected and apologized for it.
Period.
Okay. So. Well, it is a little hot up here. We're melting a little bit. So with that being said, when it comes to our judges, we have had a long journey of selecting our judges and all of that. And one of the moments, like, you know, with Champagne, you told me that you've worked with her previously.
I've worked with her a couple times, yeah.
Okay. So, what was going through your mind when this happened with Champagne?
That this was a completely different person I never even knew existed. Every time I've ever worked with that woman, she's been professional, sweet, kind, caring, you know, joking, things like that. So it was very weird to see her, one, say the things she did to my partner Vintage, which didn't make a bit of sense. And then when I said I was proud of my team, I worked with them again, she took it as I was dogging them. So I was like, where is this coming from? Who is this woman?
I will stand with you on that one, because just for, yes, I will. Whoever said that, I will. I will stand with that one, because what happened was that Ms. Champagne said that you were dogging your competition for saying that you were proud of everyone with whatever obstacles happened and everything, right?
Yeah, and then I needed to take voice lessons because my voice was bad or whatever she said.
No, it was the tone.
Tone, yeah.
The tone. That I will say that I can agree with Ms. Champagne. There are times where we as individuals, when we get passionate, we have a separate, like a specific type of tone. Okay? So that tone, I can agree. But everything else, I think that there was a better time to kind of address that. Yes.
A second on that.
There's a lot of pointing that way, so I just. Okay, go ahead and Vintage. Go ahead, Vintage.
So I think like what Leota, like when you put yourself down, she wants to be in your corner 24/7, 365 days a year, you know, and certain things can rub Champagne the wrong way. Yes, is it very blunt? Sometimes, yes, it is very blunt. But, excuse me, and we just, as entertainers, just have to take what the judges say, and Hiliana was right, is, you know, we did sign up for this. We did sign up for critiques and everything, but to Leota's point is sometimes the judges just kind of said things in a different tone than what we can handle on stage and to keep our, like, capacity.
Okay. Leota, and then we'll head on over to whoever was over here.
Did you call me Leota?
Nasty girl! This is just a point of clarification.
A lot of motion.
Yes, ma'am, that's the name. You'll be hearing it a lot. I might be remembering it incorrectly, but Champagne was inappropriate. She went a little off the rocker. She's an old gal, give her a sec. I love her. I would die for her. I remember, maybe incorrectly, that her talking about dogging your team was because you had brought up about how, like, and while getting good critiques, that you guys had kind of thrown it together, and you guys were unprepared. That's why she dogged. That's why she said
But
we're dogging
that
the
wouldn't
team.
be like dogging the team though.
It is because you're putting it out there that they didn't prepare, and that doesn't look good for. It doesn't look good for the rest of the contestants. It doesn't look good for your team. So she competes, so she knows that is not. You never. That happened a lot this season where people came out and went, "Oh, I threw this together," or "Oh, I didn't prepare anything." You never say that, especially.
Right, but a lot of people said that this season.
Yeah, they
Like,
shouldn't have.
people like.
Right, but that's what I was getting at. She wasn't appropriate, but her talking about him dogging his team, that was because of a comment that he made about his team being unprepared and them all throwing it together. That was just a point of clarification. Champagne wasn't appropriate, but she was right about that.
Okay. So, Leo.
Yeah.
Now, hotel, actually.
I'm over here falling apart because, baby, all this steam heat is just, it's just piling on, baby. They piling it on tonight.
Welcome to my world, honey.
Can you turn my mic up, somebody?
Oh.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
There we go.
I like that. Not to really discredit what you said and how you feel, because your feelings are very valid. But to piggyback off everybody else, we are in a competition. And when dealing with older judges or older people who have been entertaining, they say things in a certain way. And I can only say, I've only been doing drag about 1.5 years now, but everybody that has been like critiquing me or every critique is not meant for you to take. You know what I'm saying? People are giving their opinion of what we're giving, and that's that. That's why I'm unfazed by any bitch up here, because at the end of the day, if I was supposed to be fazed by them, they would be a judge. If y'all really want me to be honest, I don't see nobody up here judging no time soon. Myself included. Because we all have something to learn. We all are here to learn. We all are here to grow. I've been hearing things be said about some girls don't deserve to be here. That's why you're not a judge. I'm here because I fought to be here. I earned my spot. Bitch.
Even if we have to do things
every week. To quote Silky, no, Joshua beat me. And I stand by that, because if the only bitch who was going to send me home and or beat me, I'd rather it be this one. Because this is a very fierce bitch, like, period. And they kind of sleep on us in the same way, because they're like, oh, all you can do is dance, all you can do is just be pretty or whatever. We're so much more than that, obviously. Obviously, because we're top 4 is giving. But no, just to speed it up, I'm sorry, I'm long-winded because I haven't really said too much. But, you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
But you know, and I stand by what I said, but no, you're valid in how you feel, but we're here to be pushed creatively. So sometimes it's not gonna come off that nice, you know what I'm saying? Our parents wasn't always the nicest to us when they was telling us shit that we was doing wrong. So you know what I'm saying? So just deal with it, you know, like build some tougher skin. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this because I feel there's an elephant in the room. As y'all know, I went up on the judges.
We'll get to you, don't worry. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. We'll get to you about your time with the judges, don't worry. Don't worry, we'll get to you. Sorry to cut you off, but we'll get to you. It's still about Leota. Okay, it's still about Leota, one of the most unique type of performer
And that is what I love. Okay. So, tell me a little bit about your experience backstage. You were on for a little bit longer than some others. So, what did you deal with backstage? How was that? How was that experience with the other contestants?
On the overall, good. Well, I mean, I grew to have some great friendships and everything with quite a few performers. You know, I met a new best friend. She's not here tonight. Sage Love became my best friend in this whole competition. So give it up for her. I know she's not here.
Woo! Yes, yes. Actually, I forgot to mention earlier, but Sage Love is not here due to being sick. So, no, I know. Hey, no. We're not gonna boo anyone. So who said boo? We are not gonna boo anyone whatsoever. If they are sick, they are sick. It does not require us to boo them. Yes? Thank you. They are not here to defend themselves, first of all, so don't even boo. So, you made best friends with Sage Love. How was your experience after that? Any other friendships that you made? Any other connections?
Well, one of the best friendships that I had even coming into this is this bitch right here won't stop elbowing me. So, and honestly, if I'm being completely outspoken, if she'd shut up for a second.
Hey. We have a reunion going on.
Don't do that, we will fight you up here.
Star, shut up. Miss Jada, we have a reunion going on. Thank you.
Barryana and I have only been in drag about a year, a little over a year, give or take. And we've gone back and forth in pageants, in open stages. We have kind of like an unofficial rivalry between each other. But coming in, Hiliana was the closest thing I had to a sister. And it worried me every week to compete against her. I told her at the beginning, before we even started, my biggest fear was having to compete against her and send her home again.
Oh, send her home again.
Gay dating, she'll tell you that story later. But
no, well, my dress looks better than yours, bitch. Bye.
I own
mine. Okay, so you made a couple friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
A couple, just a couple. No, just kidding. A couple best friends. Now, backstage. How different is it from backstage to being on stage? You can be as candid as possible.
In terms of the performers, or?
No, just in like energy. How different is it being backstage to front stage with everyone else?
It's really hard to answer that question because to me it really depends on the moment. Because when we first get here, it's all laughter and chuckles, and we're having a good time getting ready. Then it goes on. We start maybe tussling, getting little yelling matches or something like that. But we still cheer each other on for the most part on the stage. But then when it comes to like eliminations and lip syncs, that's when the people that really have that huge heart stand out, and they'll run over to whoever might be in the bottom or who got eliminated, and they'll start consoling, stuff like that. That's the biggest thing that you guys don't see is, I'm sorry, would you like the mic?
Hey, what's going on over here? Are we listening?
Yes.
No? Who said no? Ma'am.
You're calibrated.
Okay, that's fine, but we still having a show going on.
Ask the question is answered.
We're answering questions right now. Thank you. Thank you.
It was fine.
It was fine. Okay, great. It's okay, it's okay. So, now, so that was your experience with everyone else as a student. Now, how was your experience with your coach, B-Master Chad?
B-Master Chad as a coach on our team with myself, Sage, Vintage, Mo. it was an experience. And I know there was a time when we, I don't want to say didn't see eye to eye, but we felt left out.
Okay.
We came into this competition feeling like the outcast, you know, the rag team of misfits, so to speak. And it did get disheartening to see the other coaches here week in and week out. And that did come up when we had to just basically sit down, have a little powwow about it, and express our feelings and everything was going on. But at the end of the day, there is not another one of the coaches that I would have picked to represent and to have represent me. And I trained Drag Master that I really don't know if I could pick a one. But for me, it's like I said, whenever the recess episode comes out too, my favorite week was Dragula, obviously, but it wasn't just because that's my favorite thing to do. It was the fact that I got to see everyone else do something scary, alternative, that might have been out of the norm from traditional high glam, pageantry, whatever their forte might be, and they push themselves to really get in that underbelly of filth and disgusting and horror.
Okay, so I will second that. I will second that because it really was such a refreshing thing to see everyone try their, you know, their best at horror and really step outside of their comfort zone. So, well, Leota, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And next, we have the top 4 of the Okay, so let's start off with Saline. Can we get the microphone? There you go. I was like, let's start off with Saline. It's not on. Listen, I have gloves and everything. I have gloves and I did it. Yeah.
Thank you, Hiliana.
Saline, hi. I have one question for you.
Yes.
How big are your shoes actually?
Now I know my shoes are correctly a size 10.
Period! Correctly a size 10.
First week, those were size 13. I'll be completely transparent. 13.
You were a size 13?
13.
Why?
I ordered on Amazon, bitch. Bedroom queen. I don't know how to do this shit.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you order from Amazon. That's what happens. So, Saline, how long have you been doing drag?
Okay, so this question is complicated because I'll say I've been like perfecting Saline's like makeup, like my look for on and off like 5 years, just kind of in my bedroom, you know. But I haven't really done drag until this competition. Like I didn't have clothes or heels, obviously, anything, wig. Well, I had a couple wigs, but enough to like take pictures for Instagram, like just my butt.
Ooh, okay.
Speaking of which, you need to go to that bitch's Instagram because if you think that makeup's good, she's got shit on there to blow your mind.
Thank you so much, Leota, for calling that out because it's so true. You beat me to it.
That's what I'm here for.
Ms. Saline's Instagram is filled with looks. Yes, looks. Now, so you're a size 10, right?
That's correct.
You're a size 10, okay. So why the size 13s?
You know what I think it was? I was in high school. I did color guard, and they had to order shoes for us there. And they're like, they just told me the conversion. They're like, you're size 13. So I was like, well, I'll order 13 for my heels. And
it didn't work.
Didn't bother to like go to the thrift store or any store in person and try some on. Didn't cross my mind. I'll just show up to Drag Master week 1.
And then boom, all of a sudden they were like, your shoes are too big.
I was blindsided.
You were blindsided. You were like, what? Why is there all this space behind my heel?
I was like, my toes fit, it's fine. It's fine. My feet are in the shoe. I think that fits.
Oh my god. Okay, so one of the biggest things this season was that you kept on getting confused with Sage Love. Why do you think that is?
It's just the first syllable. Saline, Sage Love. Like.
Is that what we call a syllable?
Is that right?
She's a scientist, cut her slack.
Is it a
I'm
syllable?
a linguist.
You're a Connie linguist.
And
Who's Connie and why is her linguist everywhere? I tried. Okay. I tried. You didn't even laugh. That is Asia. So, Saline.
yes.
I want to know, where in the world did you pull out this shady ass saline during the roast? Because during the roast, you were so shady that we did. Yeah, I mean, it is a roast. It's a roast, so as you should. However, coming from saline, we did not expect that. So where did that all come from?
I need to be fully transparent that that week maybe I did kind of, shit the bed on that, and Maya and specifically Lotta did help me a lot writing those jokes.
Okay, so they helped you writing your material, right? Okay, cute. Now, so was that your shadiness then, or was that their shadiness?
I can incorporate some,
Oh, Saline said, bitch, I'm shady. Just take it as it is. I'm shady. She is a smart shady queen. Oh, you are a quiet one.
It's true.
Just for everyone, Saline is a quiet one. Because we haven't gotten to it, girl.
Saline, just know though, you delivered 100%. Regardless if Maya wrote that, Lotta wrote that, whatever, the confidence and how you delivered them jokes and the way they landed, that's what matters, and that's why you're in the top 4. You deserve that.
And I was going to say, one of the biggest things about comedy is delivery. So if you don't have that delivery in comedy, bitch, you're gonna fucking fail, right? So Saline, to be honest, you surprised me during the roast because you had that timing down to a fucking T.
Thank you.
You said, silence for applause, and then second joke.
There was even a point where I was like trying to go on to the next joke and everyone would be quiet. I was like, damn, alright, okay, well.
Because they knew it was funny. Because they knew it was funny. They knew it was funny.
You shady bitch.
Who was shady? What happened? Do we have anything to add over here?
I'm just dumb and pretty. That's all.
No, you're smart and pretty too.
I would also like to say, she killed it, and I think a lot of people this entire season never utilized. We were placed in teams. So, bitch, you better be out there. If we all have weak links for different weeks, and if you weren't acting as a team, you were hurting yourself.
I do have to speak to like being placed or being chosen for Team Maya. Like you all like every week were just offering like any kind of help. You need a wig, you need shoes, a costume, anything. Like so, I could not be I could not feel more blessed to have been chosen for this team.
We love you, Maya. Yes, Team Maya was amazing for that. Yeah, we love to hear. So this is the thing. We love to hear that we have our teams like just helping each other, cooperating and all of that. Now, were you scared for the roast?
I was because obviously I'm the newest to the scene and I feel like I didn't know anyone like truly deep enough to come up with things that are clever. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay. Now one last question for you. Now you said that you're a scientist. What kind of science do you do?
I'm specifically a chemist.
I knew that, bitch.
A chemist?
But because it's saline, get it?
Does that mean that you're a witch?
I could be that too.
Isn't that
Witch's
chemistry?
brew.
Oh no, that's alchemy. Never mind.
I'm multidisciplinary, okay? Scientist, artist,
You're so pretty.
drag performer.
So pretty.
It's alchemy, yes. That's where at least we have.
We're gonna make gold. Is that right? That's wait. Is that alchemy too?
So.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh my God. So how was your experience with your coach?
It was amazing. Maya is great. You know, I think she more than anyone on the team was ready to offer things to me and help me and what do you need. And even like when even times that I was like shy or like bashful to ask for it, you know, she was proactive on making sure I wasn't gonna look a fool up here.
Okay, cute. Well, thank you so much, Miss Aileen. Now, moving on to Joshua Santelli.
Hey yo, what's good?
First of all, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pussy.
What does that mean? Elaborate on pussy.
When you're feeling pussy, that means you're feeling feminine, you're feeling kind, you're feeling like a woman. So that's what I'm giving. A woman. Are you? Girl, you know what I am. That's not what you say in that car, right?
Okay. Miss Joshua, I have a question for you.
Answer. Girl, I got an answer for you.
You got an answer for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't answer the question.
So, I think everybody wants to know, why is it that you don't give a fuck?
Because I don't give a fuck, bitch. No, but for real, I think it comes from Braylon said, sorry, I'm a little drunk. When Braylon said, I come from a Hispanic strict household, so like a lot of pressure is put into you. You have to fit a certain mold. And you know, I have realized that I'm never gonna fit that mold, so why give a fuck about what people think?
Yeah!
Like, bitch, it's life, we're here to have fun. I'm in a fucking wig, I'm cinched, and I have my dick tucked between my fucking, well, it's not that big, so it's not between my So yeah, why the fuck not give a fuck and have fun, you know?
Ay, Dios mío, Joshua. So, she said, it ain't the pigs, so it don't fucking matter. But that ass though. That ass is another story.
We don't have enough pages for those. And I don't care what other people say. If I have to lipstick my way up to the crown, I will, because I'm a what? A drag queen, and I should put on a show every time I'm on stage. And you know what? I didn't know my lyrics, but I need my lip syncs. I might not have the perfect coordination with my mouth. Well, that's not what Trey said. But I might not have the best coordination with my mouth, but let me tell you, this body be moving, and your bitches be enjoying it. So that's what I gotta say.
Okay.
I have to let that out. I did it.
So, Joshua, what are some of your highlights for being on this season of Drag Master?
Like you say, I don't want to say I don't give a fuck about the competition. It's just sometimes I'm a person that believes what happens, and what happens. Like, you know, I don't fight of what the universe has for me, you know. If I have to be in the bottom, I have to be in the bottom. If I'm in the top, I'm in the top. One of my best experiences has nothing to do with the challenge. I just feel like I gained so much confidence, and you guys probably don't know that because I come off as a dumb bitch that don't give a fuck and I'm fully comfortable with myself. But girl, over here, I've been thinking 24/7, I be analyzing everything. So I just feel like I literally learned how to let go and finally fucking be present.
Yeah. You know, it's so hard to be present because we tend to, as humans, we tend to just be all up in our minds 24/7. So being present is one of the biggest things. So I love to hear that. Now, when you said you don't give a fuck, you truly meant that. You had a little bit of a little tiff
with one of our judges.
And I did.
Yes. You had a little bit of a tiff with Devin Ayers regarding his delivery on a critique. Do you want to elaborate on that?
I do. I did what I did, you know. I can't take any of the actions that I did back. Looking back at the episode, I feel embarrassed. I actually didn't like that version of me. I just feel like I was offensive because I was in the bottom. But at the same time, when it tends to their critiques, they tend to like kind of make a mockery of you as you are getting a critique. And as a person that went to art school, as a person that's been to dance, I've learned how to take a critique and I know how to grow from a critique. You can give me whatever critique you want, just find the right tone. Yes. You know, because you can tell me you gotta better yourself, but if you're laughing while you're telling me that, I'm gonna take it as you're laughing where I'm at right now. And you as a judge that's been here and has been in the scene, you should know what it feels like to like come out in the scene for the first time. You should understand that there's gonna be a lot of insecurities in your head, and you should understand where we're standing at. You know what I mean? Like, you can call all bullshit you want, girl, but at the same time, I did what I did.
You had 3 months to prepare for that challenge.
Girl, this is my thing.
3 months.
You don't know what's going on in my personal life, so you should never judge. I know what I signed up in. I even said that when I went off, I literally said, I can admit that I have a bad look, I had a bad day, but at the same time, I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to tell the truth. If I felt disrespected, I felt disrespected. And then that's like, then why are you calling bullshit then? Like, if you're not agree with it.
About to be like, this is what I brought, blah, 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 and also getting into the fight. You were insecure because you knew.
Exactly. And I literally said that when I started my answer. I literally said I felt insecure that day.
You have points in what you're saying. I'm saying there's bullshit in there.
Okay, what's the bullshit? Call it out.
The bullshit is you pretending like the only reason this happened is because he's got a bone to pick or he's just a mean person. He was thinking about, if you're not showing up and doing the shit that was asked, why are you here?
But my thing is, when you're placing a storyline, when you're telling that I'm being disrespectful to a competition when that wasn't my intention, that's a difference. Because
I have personally heard you twice say you didn't have anything prepared for different challenges. And
I did it. And I can admit to that. I work a 12-hour shift from Monday to Friday. I have a personal life, and I admit it. But I get what, bitch, I still gave you drag.
You did.
I still gave you drag. So what's up?
You ate every lip sync. Good job.
I did. So what the fuck? Like, what you want me to say, B? It's like I did what I have to do, and I'm here, and I'm still the fucking top 4. And guess who's gonna be the winner of a $2,000 prize? Fucking hate you. I'm talking too much. Let's move on.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to Maelstrom So, Maelstrom, how are you feeling?
I feel good.
You feel good?
I do. I'm not drunk. Just had a few drinks.
You've just had a few drinks.
I'm Candy Panty's daughter. I can drink anybody in this bar under the table. I promise you that.
I can see that.
Anybody who says not me, I'm free Saturday and Sunday. I will challenge you on that.
Jada is
except for that's the one bitch I'm scared of. That bitch can drink. I go over to her house sometimes. This bitch has a cup half full of Crown Apple. By cup, I don't mean like a Dixie. I mean a 16-ounce, mama. Yeah.
You ain't out drinking a motherfucking Lorez.
That bitch. Okay, so fun story about Jada. Every time she has to go out of town, she has to have car wine. If you don't know what car wine means, she gets the biggest fucking Polar Pop cup, fills it up with ice, gets the cheapest white wine, pours it all the way the fuck to the brim, and sucks it down by the time she gets to her location. She scares me.
So, with that being said, so, Maelstrom, since nothing scares you.
What a transition.
What a transition, yeah. Since nothing scares you, why is it that you wore this today?
Because, true story, I feel like this competition, I tried to elevate myself in the best possible forms. Like, I tried to take a challenge, put Maelstrom in it, but elevate it to a form where, like, no discredit to the show, I could take it on to a TV show and it would still score well. You know what I mean? Like the concept, at least, my execution wasn't always there, obviously. But my concepts itself, I wanted to speak for themselves. And I was sitting and thinking about what I was going to wear for the reunion, and I was like, I've never given just like camp, which is what I do. I do it inside and out. So I was like, you know what? Of course, some big hair, some big ass fucking earrings, and my little BBL caftan here. This is my Giselle Barbie Royale body. Y'all just ain't ready for it.
Them titties are low.
Listen, this is what I did to my body after winning a $100 prize last week. I went to a few doctors, they gave me a consultation. That's why I couldn't afford a smooth bikini, that's why it's wrinkled. I went to the thrift store.
She actually got the pattern from tracing Maria Garrison's figure.
Yeah, this one, girl. That bitch be cinching.
So, Maelstrom.
Yes.
When you were about to start the competition, what were your expectations?
To be here. That's not shit. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I've already done a competition like this before. Granted, it was in a very different circumstance. I was very much like Celine, where I had never really done drag that much outside of my own bedroom. I had theater experience. I played a few drag roles in theater, but I had never really done drag shows. So I did it to come down here. I lived in Cleveland at the time, so I made the drive every Monday. And I just wanted to be put in a crucible where I could become the best me that I could be in this field. Okay. So this time, being in drag now for about 2.5 years, going on 3, I was ready to elevate myself. The first time I was just trying to learn. Everybody can learn something. None of us are here. This crown isn't guaranteed to anybody, but everybody can learn something from every single critique that was given. You don't have to listen to it, but you can learn from it. So I wanted to elevate myself to the point where I'm a working girl in the city. I booked every day of the week. You know what I mean? Things that I can bring to my own experience to elevate myself even further than I've been in this past year of performing down here.
Okay, and I mean, that is very commendable because that is the whole point of this competition, is for growth. And
it's school.
It's school.
It's school, honey.
It's school.
And I want to be a summa cum laude.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. It just has the word cum in it. Yeah. Summa cum louder.
Summa cum louder.
Cum louder.
So.
And it ain't never loud enough.
Now, you were in Team Maya, or you are in Team Maya.
I sure am.
You are Team Maya, and it has been said, it has been, going around that being on Team Maya means that you have everything done for you. That's true.
That's absolutely not true.
Okay.
So going back to the roast. It's not true at all. You can talk your talk. Let me have my moment. I let you have yours. Let me defend my best friend and the other 3 people on the stage that were in my team because you did yours. Anyway, being on Team Maya, people had made reads that everything was made for me. Like, I had no original thought. You know what me and Maya did? We went out to a park. We sat down. I drew every single thing that I wore on this runway. Every single fucking thing. I designed it. So if you think that I didn't do anything, that's on you. Also, in any other competition, that doesn't mean shit.
Use your resources.
Yes, use your resources. You have these people available for you. Maya, graciously so, told us that she would make any hair or costume for us if we brought the hair or the fabric for free. So you know what I did? Took advantage of that. Me and her went to Joanne's every week because I set up that appointment. So to discredit my best friend and me, Bray, Lotta, that's not on us.
And y'all don't see the group chat. Maelstrom is probably one of the hardest working people I've ever met. Seriously. And they work their ass off. Every week they're checking up on us. It wasn't just Maya. So Maya was supporting us, but we busted our ass for this competition, and Maelstrom really worked their ass off.
And even touching on Maelstrom, even outside of her own team, checking in on like me and seeing where I was at in challenges, how I felt, what I was going to do next, if I needed to bounce any ideas, especially like Snatch Game. Maelstrom helped out with my character. So like, even outside of essence of this competition, that's Drag Master, if you ask me.
Thank you.
So seriously, both of us have been eliminated, and we are in that chat.
Helping everybody.
Ideas. Do you need hair? Do you need jewelry? What's your concept? Are you ready for this week?
Every
like,
week.
We've been obsessed. We haven't stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that answers that. Okay, great. So now, the question that I've been asking everyone: how has your experience been backstage with all of the students this season?
We've been neighbors.
Yeah, me and Mariana have been sitting next to each other, which is trouble for quite literally everybody else. I apologize for that, but I don't really because I have fun. In all sincerity, it was fun. Like, it felt like, to me, again, going back to the show that shall not be named, I ain't naming it. I came down here every Monday to learn how to be a drag queen, how to learn how to do this. And I work pretty regularly. It felt like a drag dressing room. It didn't feel like there was anybody out of line, unprofessional, you know what I mean? Like, everybody came in, they did their job, everybody helped everybody else, and that was just that. Like, I had a great experience with backstage.
Perfect. Now, another question for you.
Okay.
So, the roast.
Mm-hmm.
You were considered to be one of the most harshest roaster.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it?
Sure.
Roaster.
Roast is for.
Yes. Now, what was your thought process going into the roast?
It's a roast.
Yeah.
I write roasts for people. People pay me to write roasts. So like, going in, more so than Snatch Game, more so than any challenge this season, this was the one that I said, I'm winning that. And if I don't, I'm gonna be real fucking pissed at myself. So, going in, I had my roast written out the moment I knew everybody in here. I had jokes written with a blank space next to them. It didn't matter. It wasn't targeting in any way. I had jokes written, laid them out. That's it. So, going into the roast, it's a roast. I said in my critiques last week, Joan Rivers is one of my icons. Was she ever nice?
No!
Everybody fucking loved her though. Because it was all in good fun. She dead now. She ain't gonna hear you. It's fine. Thank you. But, going on, hey, let me make my own point.
Okay, sorry.
I got you, baby. But, like, we also have a group chat that everybody in the competition is in at one time.
Make your play, sis.
At any point, if you are uncomfortable with quite literally anything being roasted about, just say it. Everybody commented on how big I was. I don't give a fuck about that. I know how big I am. So, like, you have to have a tough skin going into that, in my opinion.
So there was a chat group. Was there a question of what items should be touched, what items should not be touched?
I seem to remember one in the beginning. I didn't go back and confirm that. That's why I'm saying I seem to remember. I know that's a bullshit answer, but I remember there being a thing. But even if not, like, we're here every week. We've been here every week for God knows how many fucking weeks. Just say it in the like. If I was uncomfortable if you called me a fat ass, then just like I would say, hey, please don't. Like, I know it's roast week. I know that like we're gonna go in, whatever. And I know you and AJ specifically, I know at least told me like, hey, just make sure it's copacetic. but also at the same time, I don't want to tell my set. You know what I mean? It's just like this weird line. And if I cross that line for anybody, I do apologize. I don't, a roast is a roast out of good fun. I don't mean any harm to any person individually or as a group. I don't. I was there to win, and I was there to land jokes, which I did.
Maelstrom, real quick. This is what I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
I can handle you coming at me for the teeth thing. I'm sensitive, whatever, it's a roast. But biggest thing I never mentioned, because I never dreamed you would go that far, is when you insulted someone that wasn't part of the Drag Master, not even the drag community, you came after my relationship. That's the biggest thing.
They're in the room. It's a roast.
No.
Well, I will have to jump on that, just to make it a clear. You were asked to roast your students, like the fellow students. I personally think that it is a little bit of an overbound, you know, like overstep, to reach people that were not included in this joke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I appreciate that, and I do respect that. At the same time, it's a roast. I don't know them. I don't.
Had to do with Maelstrom's weight. And
You
also,
called me a whale.
the first joke that Maelstrom mentioned, as soon as they mentioned your name, you were upset. So I don't think it had anything to do with that joke that you took personal.
Whether they were upset or not, though, it was still a valid feeling, though.
Oh,
right?
it's valid.
Right.
You can feel how you feel. I'm just defending myself. That's it. I'm not trying to invalidate anybody.
So, in the spirit of a roast, yes. I'm gonna make it clear now. In the spirit of a roast, yes. You can go ahead and talk shit all you want. However, just as a class, and I'm talking to y'all right now, if it was mentioned in a chat room to talk about the topics that you do not want to be touched on in the roast, that's fine, okay? That's perfectly fine. Now, if you want to talk about your students, that's perfectly fine. If you want to talk about your judges, that's perfectly fine. But in my opinion, just my own opinion, if you're going to touch on someone that is outside of the actual cast, that is overstepping just a tiny, tiny bit. But
I respect that. That also should have been said then, if that's a precedent.
right, that's why I mentioned that in
I truly have no hard feelings about it, and I truly do apologize for offending anybody. I do. I don't want to hurt anybody. I've been bullied my entire life. So like, I don't. But having said that,
I honestly just want to move on from this conversation. I urge both you and you to have a conversation after this. I'm talking to them right now. I'm talking to you and you to have a conversation after this, and then from there move on. With that being said, we can move on to Hotel Onassis. Hi. So, you look gorgeous. Is this your second time wearing a gown?
It is.
Barely second time wearing a gown.
Barely.
Okay, okay.
You look
And
good.
this hair is cute. It's cute.
Thank you.
Who made it?
Jehovah.
Of course he did. Give it up for Jehovah. So, hotel. Hotel, motel, holiday inn. You are dubbed the lip sync assassin of this season. What do you think of that?
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody has to do it. Okay, okay.
I tell you what, lip sync, as you should.
Yes! Now, Hotel, what has been some of your highlights this season?
I have quite a few, but the ones that really come to mind like right now is honestly just being around, even though I don't really like none of these bitches, for real. But no, honestly, to just be around everybody who come from so many different walks of life, and you know, we all have different aesthetics on drag. There's literally not one person here who gives the same drag, or you know, at least aesthetic. I'll say that.
Right.
But to just be around everybody and to like soak up in so many different personalities and things like that, I think that was probably the most, it was honestly just like being in high school, like all over again. Like, I swear to God. So like, these bitches kept me young. I don't know if I'm the oldest one up here, but I feel like I am.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. How old are you?
I'm actually 31.
31! Wait, hold on. Do we have anyone older than 31? Okay, how old are you? 34? 32? 31. So Leota is actually the oldest.
We knew that. We knew that bitch was old. That's it. To piggyback on my highlight, honestly, doing the fucking lip sync with Leota.
Yeah.
That unrehearsed stunt, every fucking thing. I know it rubs some people the wrong way, but baby, we lived. I had a great ass time, and I was actually like, oh my God, do you want to be the Satan to me being the Satan's whore? Like, I would love for us to have a number where we do that shit. Like honestly, I honestly enjoyed lip syncing with everybody, even the ones that I sent home. No, honestly, just being around everybody, just being, you know, soaking up everybody.
Okay, cute. Now, being dubbed the lip sync assassin meant that you were in the bottom multiple times. For y'all that do not know, Hotel is a parent of 2 children. 2 children. One of them being a newborn. We all know that a newborn is such a hard life. So I just want to commend you on being able to be in drag right now and away from your babies, which I know is hard. So thank you. Thank you.
Hard for who? Fuck them kids.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just real quick about Hotel. I'm sorry. Just real quick about Hotel and being a parent. I know it was hard, like especially during that Vegas week. But bitch, we pulled that shit together. I know it put us like in cahoots, but we pulled that shit together. And for you to do that while you have a child, 2 of them, one of them being an infant, you're the shit.
Yeah. Give it up to Hotel.
But I do just want to say, I don't use my kids as a handicap.
Come on.
You know, I don't. I come out here and say that because I love my children.
Ooh, you got this, baby. You got this, baby.
I didn't want to. Can I get a napkin, please?
Yeah, let's get a napkin here, please.
I didn't want that to hinder me in this competition. I knew going into it that it would, a little bit, to a certain extent. And I came out here every week and gave my fucking best. Some weeks it wasn't my best because I didn't feel as confident. But through this competition, being here now, I'm so fucking confident in who Hotel is and who I am. Going away from this competition, even if I don't win, the confidence has trickled into my personal life as well.
That's right. Yes.
I just want to say, because I have gotten to meet you from this competition and gotten like a lot close with you. I have watched you perform before this competition, thought you were fucking sickening, and like, especially during the beginning of the season, you had a few rough weeks, and like, we had a rough week together where we fought a little, we got over it, and like, we would kiki outside, and like, no matter what happened, you never fucking gave up. And like, there has been a fire in you all fucking season, and like, it's been so exciting to watch, and everyone feels it when you are on stage every fucking time. It's amazing. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I just really just want to say just thank all y'all for being here. I know this competition drained the shit out of us.
Yeah.
The Yes, thank y'all for putting this shit on for us because y'all gave us new-ish girls and the new girls, you know, a reason to fucking want to do this. I honestly, when I first started drag, I loved it, and then I kind of fell out, but because of y'all, bitch.
Oh my gosh. Well, hotel, thank you so much. Thank you. We have all been in the position of being on the receiving end of a read, being on the giving end of a read. So in the spirit of Paris is Burning, the library is open! Because why? Reading is what? Fundamental. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, I know we don't, production, next season we need some sunglasses for this moment. Oh, actually, we have sunglasses. A lot of motions. Okay. Yeah. Read somebody.
Morticia Undertucker. Some of y'all might not know this. Her drag career was a misunderstanding. She did her first open stage and the host said she thought, give it up for Morticia. Morticia, she said, give up Morticia. Leona Toombs. Anyways, Joshua Sancheli, I actually got to meet your drag mom the other day. It's really cool. I didn't know she had a website. Fashion Nova? She can't afford the branding off the rack.
Thank you so much, lot of motions. Braylon Dollies, read somebody.
I'll just read all the hoes, okay? Because I think they read themselves. Why did y'all wait till the reunion to look this good? And you barely did that.
Okay. Well, that was a good try. That was a good try. Ariana Grande!
Hey, do not pass me the mic because I really don't know how to read. I literally just like get mean as fuck and go, aha, bitch, didn't you lose custody of your kids? Yeah, so no.
Okie dokie. So, Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Read somebody. Now you need some sunglasses.
I don't think I will. Hiliana Perez. Survey says she looks like a woman? Question mark. But damn, she kisses like a man. Yeah, fuck you. I used all my good material on the roast, and that pissed everybody off. So I did. I got $100. It explains a new body.
Okay.
Neither are you, bitch.
Well, that was a fun reading challenge. Yeah. Now, since you have the microphone over here on this side, let's start off with hotel. You know what? Is she? In that case. So, hotel, do you have a read for everyone?
Leave me alone. I mean, the read pretty much read itself, or is it read itself?
Red.
It's already red, bitch.
Because you did the expose.
I did expose.
Okay, but no. I mean, it already is it. Well, whatever they said is that. Because the top 4 is here, baby. If you got the top 4, you're already red.
Yes. Okay.
Good job!
So now. So for this side of the room, I have a question for y'all.
Let's start off with Mo Chaos. Who do you think should win? Out of the top 4, who do you think should win?
I didn't want to read the rules.
Oh, you.
Oh, now you got original jokes, bitch.
Okay, we have one lead from Zayleen.
Are you ready? Okay. Have you guys been paying attention tonight? There's been a lot of talk of how big my shoes or boots are, but there's one bigger boot in the competition, and that's Hotel.
I've been watching the Toot Boot.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, Mo Chaos, who do you think should win out of the top 4? I was asking Mo Chaos.
I'm gonna say Hotel.
Hotel, okay. Vintage Blue, who do you think should win out of the top 4?
Definitely not your ass. I'm gonna say it's really hard. 'Cause I've got to know them like all personally. Hotel literally started a month before me in drag, so I've got to know Hotel really well. Fuck it, Hotel.
Okay. Plot of Motion, who do you think should win?
I think if this person doesn't win, it's an affront to this competition, and just based on every single week we've seen, one person has shown no fucking weaknesses, has changed and met every fucking challenge, and that is Maelstrom West.
Thank you. Braylon, same question for you.
I think if we talk about growth, it would be Hotel. But track record and who has stayed consistent and who's done so well in this competition, I have to say Maelstrom.
Okay. Hiliana Grande.
See, I'm gonna be Miss America and just say why each one has a reason why they should win.
That's not the question.
Because I'm not gonna answer it!
I said earlier, that's bullshit.
Listen, they're all fantastic and whoever wins deserves to win. And I can't wait to see who it is.
She wants congeniality.
Okay, thank you so much, Brianna. Leota Toombs, who do you think should win out of the top 4?
Again, obviously deserve to be up there for various reasons, but in my personal opinion, seeing each week the person that takes the critiques the most, is elevated the most, and has been at the least, which makes it that much more amazing. My vote is Saline.
Thank you so much. So now, we get to announce who our Miss Congeniality is. And who our fan favorite is. Our Congeniality will receive a $200 cash prize, a crown, and a sash. Our fan favorite will receive a $100 cash prize and a plaque. So, with that being said, we had, I'm going to start off with fan favorite. We had 123 votes total across all social media platforms. And the winner of fan favorite is, with 45 votes, Lot of Motion! Congratulations to Lot of Motion! And next, we
I can. So,
Where's the most prettiest award?
you already received it, darling. When you were born. Okie dokie, well that has been our reunion! Next week we will see the top 4 contestants battle it out in an extreme relay of challenges. We have an acting challenge, we have a musical challenge, we have a talent challenge. And cast of Drag Master Class 2!
I have one thing to say.
Thank you so much for coming out for episode 9 of Drag Master and Shosho Sahab is carrying the crown that the hopeful next Drag Master will be wearing. In 1 week. Thank you so much for coming out for the Drag Master reunion. And as I always say, I want to hear from you, not about you. So make sure to drive safely if you are drinking. I will see you here next week.